Today we're going to be doing couple things I've had on the list here for the HK USP 9mm. This is completely stock except I installed some of these grips. Their little symbol is there, H and H. So this it's an HK USP. For people that are not familiar with the USP line, they've been around for a little while. They're what I believe to be excellent pistols. You can get them with safety and decocker on the side. So this is 1911 style. For those of you familiar with a 1911, you can carry a round in the chamber and you can keep the safety up. One improvement over the 1911 style here is that this has a decocker. So if you press down, then it decocks the hammer. So you can safely, when you get back home, or if you're a law enforcement officer, military, you can decock the hammer and not risk or have as risky a situation of having a round chambered, and you have the added benefit of having a safety that if you have to pull out, I'm a lefty, but if you have to draw your weapon, it's just really one step, no big deal. So I think that this, for people who carry and can carry, it creates a little bit of a extra width. For people who can carry, open carry, police officers, military, or in open carry states, I do believe this to be slightly superior than the Glock design, in that you can have a safety and you can carry with the chamber loaded. So not a big deal. I think for people who train often, it's not a giant issue with the Glocks. That they don't have a safety. I think for a lot of people that they have busy lives and they're not able to train as much, I think it's beneficial to have the safety rather than not have it, unless you're trying to conceal carry and the safety is also an issue with the profile. It adds a 1/4 inch or so to at least the USP. So I do believe HKs to be superior to Glocks. You're going to get a better factory trigger, you're going to get metal sights, you're going to get a higher quality, they call it a cannon grade barrel. One thing about the HKs is that they are more expensive, so you will be paying for those items, but I mean, just the trigger feel alone is really quite excellent. Cocked hammer right up to the wall and then pretty crisp. You don't have a lot of the grittiness that Glock does. It's not perfect. It could be a lot better. One thing that I've been waiting to get that's been very hard to get is a match trigger, a jet funnel. I finally got the jet funnel. I've had these mags for a little while. These are the translucent mags. I think these are like a second generation. There were ones that had law enforcement only. For people that are concerned about these magazines, without the jet funnel, they do fit. They just stick out a little bit. Some people say if you drop these onto a hard surface, the metal plate can cause a shock to the plastic and break it. I really don't, I don't think that's too big of a consideration. If it's your carry gun, then yeah, you may want to put the plastic or swap out the plastic. So the first generation of these translucent ones, they had some ballooning issues. You can see that this drops free. So this shape is going to fit the jet funnel. The jet funnel is very easy. It's one pin really, and it fits on, and it's really just a mag well for like competition style or quick mag loads, and it adds a little bit of weight to the polymer. So polymer frame, a little different. This button, it's not a mag release button, it's a paddle release, so you can hit it from both sides. And another thing here is that there is a black jet funnel magazine that has metal reinforcement, and you can buy the extended paddle release. And it's not recommended to use the extended paddle release with these plastic mags, polymer mags, because the extended paddle release is metal, and they say it's going to dig up this surface here where the mag release sits on that. So again, the ones that I got with from the factory are also plastic, and so I didn't get that extended mag release. These translucent ones are like $30 cheaper than the black metal reinforced ones. And these were expensive too. I don't remember, I've had them for a while, but they were expensive too when I bought them. So HK stuff, that's the thing, is much more expensive. It's a little bit less approachable for making modifications, working on the internals. Your money is better spent on an HK product than a Glock. I love Glocks. You've seen my videos. I really enjoy shooting them. But as far as, you know, if you're only going to have one or two pistols, I would try to make sure at least, you know, you have one HK. So the jet funnel, you get this base, and then you get a weight for the pistol frame. So this plastic piece comes out, punch the pin out, take the plastic piece out, put this metal piece in. They give you a new pin. You can use your old pin, so don't worry about that if you don't want to try to get it in. These teeth roll pins are sometimes hard to get in. And then you screw the mag well to the insert. Pull your pin all the way out, and this base insert will come out, and the mainspring here, which was sitting in here, won't be under that much tension if you pull the trigger to depress the hammer. Don't use the decocker. So I just put a light coat of lubricating oil. They looked a little dry, the two pieces, so I don't want them to rust or anything. It looks like they're nice carbon steel, and that little bit of oil every once in a while when the firearm is cleaned will help. So again, take the top portion here of the insert, line it up with the mainspring. Make sure it sits in the little indent in the surface. The top of that, push it all the way in. Make sure it's flush like that. Then your pin is going to go back in, and we're going to use again the same pin that was in the frame. Just going to get this pin centered a little bit. Alright, so that's in there. Got the pin, make sure it's evened out on both sides make sure it's even out on both sides. So then you're going to line that up, put the Allen screw on. Make sure not to cross thread this screw, so start it by hand, because if you cross thread it, it's going to screw everything up, and you're going to need to get a new screw, and it is possible that you will snap it. So when you're tightening these down, you don't need to get it super tight. Just get it, snug plus. It doesn't have to be totally torqued down. So that's in now. That's how it looks. Looks pretty nice, and you get a little bit of a pinky extension. Fits very nice with that mag bottom, or the bottom for the polymer see-through mag. 10 round will not fit. I'm happy with that modification. So there you have it. There's the final look and install. Functions well, very easy install. Just a couple steps. Drop the hammer down, make sure it's unloaded, take the slide off, drop the hammer down, punch the pin out, pull the lanyard loop-de-doop out, reconnect it, put your other pin in with the spring, then get your screw in, and there you have it. So for those of you curious, this is a 10 round polymer. This is an 18 round clear polymer. I was messing around with the butt plates or floor plates, and one thing you'll notice is that there is a difference in the height here. There's also a metal reinforcement in this clear polymer towards the top, but the spring, well, the floor plates are only interchangeable. The floor plates are only interchangeable, or the magazine plates are only interchangeable if you swap out the springs. This has got a different hole on the black polymer one that's 10 rounds, and the clear polymer. So I'm not sure about I think the 15 rounds that you can get in the black polymer, or the higher capacity ones if the internals are the same. If they are, some people like the floor plate better, this design, and it will fit. It kind of pushes the mag to the front, but it will fit. It's just, this is the 10 round, the limited one. So again, I don't have a black extended capacity or normal capacity, whatever you want to call it, to compare. But these two are not interchangeable right now with the jet funnel. So if you have a 10 round polymer mag, it cannot use the floor plate. The metal floor plate is not interchangeable with the 10 round one. But I'd be curious to see if the black polymer one, well, I'd be curious to see if the regular capacity magazine floor plate is interchangeable, and I would imagine that it is. So again, if you have questions about that, let me know. But so far, the 10 rounder and the regular capacity are not interchangeable. Any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.